was that we always admitted the students based on the class 12 marks, except for certain undergraduate courses which were more inclined towards certain professional courses. The center for which I belong, so we had BTech was one of them. For that, we had the entrance examination, which was basically conducted only by the University of Delhi. But for the other popular courses, which were the honors courses, which were the BA program courses, which were the BSc program courses, the admissions were always done based on the class 12 marks that the students have scored. So they were always, the negative point of admitting the students to the merit-based was that the number of seats were limited. And, even if you lowered 1 mark, so that could be, lowering just, in fact, 0.25%, you would have a number of students, in fact, entering that bracket, and specifically for the very, high demand courses and the high demand colleges. So at the University of Delhi, it was always felt that maybe the need of the hour is a common entrance test. So when it was announced, before the pandemic had, the second wave of pandemic had set in, and, when it was almost certain that this year at least the board examination will happen, as per the earlier date, it was April. So you could have, there were certain debates, of course, going on that whether it should be completely on the central, the common entrance test, or CUSET, as it is being called in the media. Or should it be a 50-50% weightage between the merit and the CUSET? Now, those were the only two options at that instance, which were under the discussion in the University of Delhi. But with the second wave coming in and, the board examination being cancelled and not very certain whether a common entrance test can be held, because to be very fair to the students also, they have already undergone almost a complete academic year when, all their studies actually happen online. Let's be very fair and let's be very honest. When you are so used to a system that, you go to the class, you meet the teachers, face to face, then there are certain queries that you ask. Maybe that does not happen with most of the students when you're doing it online. Maybe some of the students are able to cope with that. So it's naturally going to take some time for the students to get used to that method. And on top of that, the board examination being cancelled, and now it's suddenly, if a student has to know that there's going to be a common entrance test, I think that is going to raise the level of anxiety amongst the students. So, the solution that has to come out, this is a totally, unprecedented solution, times. And I personally feel, this is my personal feel, that every university needs to come out with a completely out of a box solution of admitting the students this time. So that, I cannot say that all the students, but at least a majority of the students do not feel that, they are at a certain disadvantageous level. Now, that could also mean, that you completely change the process of admissions, you become more liberal. But on the other hand, when I talk, about being more liberal, admitting more students, being a part of the, having been a part of the administration, I also do understand the constraints, one has in terms of the infrastructure, and that infrastructure could be in terms of, your human resources, your teachers, in fact, and having a complete, when you're going online, I just cannot say that, I don't require any infrastructure. Even when you go online for delivering your lectures, for holding your examination, that's a different kind of infrastructure, one is looking at it. So the university really needs to come out, and that could be any university, to come out with a solution which is totally out of box, which is, absolutely unconventional. So one needs to start looking at that. As I said before, that having a combined entrance test was, at least, personally, I always felt was a wonderful idea. And that could have been the way ahead because of the problems the University of Delhi had been facing in terms of admissions. But looking at this time particularly, when the students are right now at a crossroads, not knowing that, how do they prepare for the entrance test. And like in University of Delhi, you could have a science students getting admitted to an art student, so what kind of the paper would they need to give it? Because I don't think so that you could have a same kind of a paper for either a science student or a commerce student or an art student. And even in arts, when you have different papers, so that is something I think which will have to be looked into it very carefully before it is rolled out.
I would say for all private institutions or non-government institutions, because we are getting the students, but they already applied either in NCR, so in DU or some other institutions, and they are also admitted in our case. So here the situation is, if they are admitted there and they are not getting seat, then they are coming to us. And in that case, sometimes they are asking delay in fees. And apart from that, some of the students who are preparing for competitive examinations, they are going for engineering or medical education, and they are waiting for, say, around 2 months or 3 months, then they are withdrawing from our cases. So this situation of withdrawal is around 10 to 15% in private institutions. So ultimately, that is the loss for whole of the program period.
What Shobha ma'am has rightly pointed about the out-of-the-box type of an assessment or the selection model, where common entrance may be very, very hard at this point of time across the institutions, because suppose if I have 5 options, then I'll have to attend 5 entrance examinations. And if I want to focus on 3 or 4 different type of programs in the same domain, then I'll have to learn for that. So if from the university point of view, I would suggest, my suggestion is always it has to be student friendly. And as rightly pointed out, deserving students are basically the foundation of any institution, because the moment you talk about admission process can be done in any way, one way or the other. So filling up of seats is one thing, and second is, how do you get the potential students so that the output after 3 or 4 years, it is good, and that will give us better dividends in the long run. So from that point of view, choosing the right students is also very important. So that will certainly satisfy what you said, the deserving students will get. So I will always depend on more of a kind of interaction with the student, and we can rather than calling it as an interview, we'll have to call it as faculty interaction with the students. And there are universities following that kind of structure where the intake is very less. But from you, if you look from the Delhi University point of view, it may be very, very difficult, because it's a gigantic process. So faculty interaction across the crowd is totally impractical and almost impossible. But for the private organization, it's highly possible. But at the same time, the students may not be able to afford that fees, and they will have to depend on the public universities or universities of national importance or central universities. Then for that, they may have to prepare some kind of entrance test, or again, for the private universities, they may have to build up the profile. For example, we have integrated programs, and for that integrated programs, we do have a cluster of faculty members fully involved in interacting with the students, because faculty members are finally the people who deliver the content. So they understand what kind of students we need. So they talk to them and they make sure that the input is good. Maybe they'll have to go with maybe 400, 500 student interviews and interactions, but ultimately the output is really good. So my suggestion for the smaller set of courses, where the student intake is limited, it is always better to have a one-to-one interaction, possibly with the student and the parent, because nowadays it's all online and it's pretty easy. And interact with the student, find out whether he's deserving or not, irrespective of the marks, because marks we cannot depend on marks now. and that will certainly help. But for programs like engineering or medicine, they definitely need to depend on the entrance examinations. So that is my take on it.